dolls.
Head it up, dolls.
Gather round.
Happy VPR day.
It's another episode of Sup. I'm fighting for my goddamn life.
You're in All Quiet on the Western Front.
I'm in the fucking trenches. I'm living trench warfare here in Mid-City West.
This is a year of infection. What is going on? Sup has been attacked by infection left and right since the beginning of 2023.
Yeah. So my RF microneedling healing process has also included a skin infection that's being treated, and it's going to be fine. And again, I must stress, once I heal from this skin infection and rejuvenate all the skin on my face, it will be over for everyone. But God's just throwing me another little curveball at the end of Q1, a curveball I didn't see coming, a curveball I didn't want. But here we are, and I'm fighting. I'm fighting tooth and nail for justice for my own visage.
But just get ready for what's coming.
Like,
your
truly,
face.
You will not be able to look at me because I will be glowing. My skin will be so radiant and tight. And you'll say, like, I can't even comprehend
what's happening.
This woman's face. I must look away. We are not worthy.
And the rest of LA will be fighting for their goddamn lives.
Yeah, because probably like a huge earthquake will come, or like a massive fire, or like
what
something else will happen. What if like
what
the day that I heal?
Yeah, you step out on the town to like, you're like, I'm going to get some dick or pussy tonight, and like, I'm ready to go. And then all of a sudden
I go, hey, everyone, as I get out of the Uber, and then immediately LA falls prey to the quake of a century, and it just breaks off of the continental United States and sinks into the ocean. That would be the thing that would happen upon my reemergence into society. But it's fine.
Yeah.
It's whatever. Ultimately,
listen,
you know what?
You're malting right now, and it's about to happen for you. It's about to go off, and it's going to be okay.
Yeah. And
it's okay to not be okay.
That's the big lesson here. But honestly, there's bigger fish to fry.
Well, also do not think for a second that like I shouldn't do microneedling, because you should.
No. Don't let this stop you from living your esthetician truth. This is just simply my bump in the road.
Listen.
Here's the deal, though. Speaking of fighting for your goddamn life, Gwyneth is in court right now, and I just need to say, if you don't already know, this podcast stands with Gwyneth Paltrow. Fuck that fucking charlatan who's dragging my queen through the mud. When society has big problems with itself, it turns its laser gaze on my queen, and I'm sick of it. Let Gwyneth live. Let her ski with 4 ski instructors and her kids. And I hope that this man finds that karma is a bitch.
You're right. When society is going poorly like it is now, the rage is turned on some woman.
But mostly Gwyneth.
Gwyneth is like a scapegoat for American culture.
She really is. She's like, honestly,
a martyr.
I would say in 100 years, maybe 100+ years, Gwyneth will be considered a saint.
She'll be canonized.
In some religion. Yeah, she'll be canonized. People will wear, like, instead of Saint Christopher, they'll have like a Saint Gwyneth necklace.
Saint Gwyneth sounds proper.
True.
No, she's like a sort of Rorschach test for America. We see what we want to see in her. Most people, a lot of people, stupid people see, bad things, but the real ones know that she is emergent.
Yeah.
She is resplendent. She is wise.
Man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
If we can even call him that. Why as a man are you suing a woman?
True. What man sues a woman?
Yeah, honestly, ask yourselves that.
You need to unpack that.
Also, has he been treated for like dementia? Because maybe he has that. Maybe it wasn't a traumatic brain incident
Yeah.
or injury from Gwyneth skiing into him, which she says that she didn't, and actually he skied into her. But everyone in his life is like, God, he got really angry after this accident and was like such a dick, and he was so nice before and then horrible after. But I'm like, he's very old. Does he have dementia? Can we talk about that? No one wants to talk about that. Also, maybe Munchausen's. He sounds kind of Munchausen's to me.
Why was his old ass on the ski slope and like a really
All alone?
Yeah, alone and like in like a kind of wealthy pro skier, kind of like, I do this all the time. I winter in this place. Why were you, as an old fuck, skiing alone? And I'm sorry, him saying I can't taste wine anymore. Maybe you have long COVID.
Yeah. Ever thought of that?
Ever thought
You
of that?
dumb fuck.
You dumb bitch.
Also, you stupid bitch. Also,
you stupid fucker.
where doesn't Gwyneth have like 10? She was skiing with like an entourage, so there must be witnesses. She will take the stand, and it's truly she will be revealed tonight. And by she, I mean this fucking scammer.
Yeah. What is, and also like, he's a doctor.
I know. So it's
Where's your
something
honor?
right. Yeah. You took
Your
a
honor?
Hippocratic oath, do no
Yeah.
harm, and you're harming
Yeah.
me now. Yeah.
Gwyneth, you know what though? She showed the fuck up. She's giving beige and creams,
Mhm.
and she's turning it the fuck out in court. And like, she's there. She's like, I'm gonna do this, and it's such a power move because she's like truly exposing what a fraud he is by just being there. And I love the cartoons depicting like the scenarios. They're killing me. It looks like CPR instructions. It's so funny. Gwyneth is serving cunt in those little cartoons.
I know. She's never not serving cunt. I would never for a second think that I could sue her and she wouldn't take me the fuck down.
I mean, I guess she's like countersuing for like $1 or something.
Yeah.
Like just like Taylor Swift did that.
Just emblematic to be like, shut the fuck up. I hope she gets her $1.
Is this being televised?
Yeah, it's on like Court TV. I think it's being live streamed. I haven't watched it just because I've had other shit going on, but I also don't get like how in America you can just live stream like
I know
legal stuff. It's crazy.
The same fervor that was around the Depp Heard trial should be around this trial. That trial didn't go the way that we all wanted it to, so let's do it up for Gwyneth.
Yeah, but I fear that if the more people know, the more like long COVID brain, like
Sexist
idiots get their
Yeah.
hands on this link. Like once they discover, then they're gonna try and take the queen down. So I prefer them not to know.
That's
and just
true. It's
literally sit in the dark, twiddling their thumbs.
it's kind of, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
You have to be in the know.
But I pray for
AKA a girl or a
justice.
gay.
Mm-hmm. An elder millennial or a gay. Gen
We
Z,
do pray.
stay out of it.
Yeah, Gen Z, don't get involved.
Gen X, some of you are okay. Some of you aren't. Boomers, I'm keeping my eye on you.
I'm
And
keeping my eye on Gen X.
yeah. But I pray that the legal system works. And if this trial goes wrong, there will be no more trust in the legal system as we know it from one Lara Shane Halls.
And she's in like Colorado, right? Or wherever that happened.
Utah.
Like, in Utah,
Mhm.
Sun Valley.
I don't know exactly where.
Well, we pray for our goopy queen, Our Lady of Shawl.
Our Lady of Skis. And also, I hope that she gets some skiing in this weekend. I
Yeah.
hope when the court is on recess, she's hitting the slopes and chopping up some fresh powder.
Yeah, I hope she goes on like a fun little tube with Brad and Apple and Moses.
Yeah. I hope that we get like any sort of like insight on Goop or like a dedicated email about this process once it's over and she's won her $1 back. I would love just like any sort of catty update.
Do you think Blythe is there?
No.
Yeah.
I can't see her like traveling. You know, like parents, they get to an age where it's like better if they don't come.
Gwyneth is looking identical to Blythe right now.
Yeah, those jeans,
Insane.
no bounds.
In other news, guys, Hotel Ziggy is having a moment because Delilah Bell, who I don't recognize that person. I don't know who that is. She's been changed.
Her current iteration is not of this world.
She is channeling. I saw those photos. So basically, Delilah Bell had released a single, which I guess we'll have to play right now.
Mm-hmm.
And she had her single release party at Hotel Ziggy, of all places. And Harry was there. Of course, Rinna was there. Amelia was there. All of them looking so thin, even Harry. And I don't recognize Delilah. She has gotten something. I'm not going to try to. I don't want to talk about like someone's looks, but like it's weird.
I was shocked. I was a little taken aback.
And to have it at Hotel Ziggy, no less.
The more I fight Hotel Ziggy, the more prevalent it becomes. So I feel like I have to like accept Hotel Ziggy and maybe even champion it and say that I want more of it in order for it to finally go away. Because it's not going anywhere. If this party proves one thing, if this single proves one thing, it's that Hotel Ziggy's here to stay.
We might have to go.
Can you? I'm not going.
Okay, I'll play the single. It's
Okay,
called Nothing Lasts Forever.
Feeling like I'm dying and it won't pass. Feeling like I'm lying in a bloodbath. I could pull the plug, let it drain out, or take another drug for the pain now. Another year gone, it's the same shit. I haven't done much and I hate it. Same me, same girl, same behavior. Fuck a God, I need a savior. I know I've heard it all before. I'll always find an open door, but I can't take it anymore. So I tell myself nothing lasts forever.
Okay.
I like that, honestly.
Better than I thought it'd be.
Yeah, my expectations were super low, and then it really exceeded them. And I like it has like a little bit of callback to other songs that I've heard before. It's a little bit giving like Lala doing R&B singing, which always is like a little bit like ooh for me, but she kind of pulls it off, and I'm not mad at it.
It's giving Halsey. It's giving like ooh, ah, ah, ooh, ah, ah, that like Gen Z kind of ooh, ah, ah, staple.
Gen Z loves like whoever you are, sing some R&B.
Gen Z loves like a voice distortion where it goes like
Mm-hmm.
and it's her lyrics are kind of nihilistic.
I like that.
Fuck a God, I need a savior. Love that. Great line.
Honestly, same. And nothing does last forever, so that's true.
She's a poet.
She might be. I could hear that on the radio if I listened to the radio.
She'll be yeah. I mean, I'll go to a Delilah Bell concert.
She should open for
us.
Lana. Yeah.
For Lana.
We'd have to pay her more than we make.
I know.
We'd have to pay her like
$100,000.
We can't afford her.
The company will go bankrupt.
No, I literally will like lose. I'll be homeless and living in front of Starbucks in a tent if we get Delilah Bell to open up for us. So maybe we put that on like the 2025 Vision B, but like for now, she can open for Lana.
Lana's the only
whose
one that can
album
afford
comes
her.
out today. If you're listening, and you better go listen now.
Frunde.
I'm so excited.
Another LA news. Oh, by the way, the Rinna really has a chokehold on like Sunset Strip hotel lounges.
Mm-hmm.
The Andaz, Hotel
She's
Ziggy.
the queen of the strip.
She is.
I'm here for Rinna's like fashion week takeovers. I want her on more red carpets. I want her front row at every show. She serves, and I'm not mad at it, and I really miss her already on RHOBH.
Here's a pitch. Have Rinna host Fashion Police.
Oh my God. Yes.
Have her on the red
Have
carpet.
Rinna on the red carpet. Everyone would talk to her.
Yeah.
They should have Real Housewives on the red carpet.
Yes.
They should have Rinna and Erica.
Yeah.
And then 2 drag queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would, and they'd go there.
They would go there.
Ugh. Another idea.
I can keep them coming all day. What else is going on?
Speaking of Bravo, the reunion films for Vanderpump Rules season 10 is filming today and tomorrow.
Yeah. It's a 2-day affair.
There's photos of them entering the studio. So they're filming 2 days because Scheana and Raquel can't legally film in the same place. So they have to do one with Scheana and then one with Raquel, which is
incredible.
It's incredible, but I wish it would have been funnier to see Scheana like shouting at her from like across the room.
Well, they can't speak to each other
Yeah.
at this moment. I thought like Raquel would just drop it, but I'm glad that producers like worked it out.
Yeah.
I like that it's a good system of checks and balances, I think, for the producers of the show to have a little hurdle like this to have to like figure out and make it work. So
Yeah.
they shouldn't just get everything. Not after, and that's like a little bit of karma, like after what they put us through for seasons 7, 8, and 9. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't just get to have Raquel fuck Sandoval and become a global sensation and then have a reunion go off without a hitch. Like, you're going to have to deal with this.
You're
and
so
that's
right.
on you. Yeah, like they just can't have it. They don't have my trust back fully yet, but I am like really happy.
Yeah, you're totally right. I think.
You know what you did.
Yeah, and Bravo released the seating chart for each day of filming, and Ariana.
What is the seating chart?
Hold on, I have it. I posted it on our Instagram. Okay, so Lisa is sitting to the right of Andy, or I guess.
Why is she there?
Okay, no. Ariana's sitting to the right of Andy, then Katie,
Oh.
Kennedy, Lala, and then on the other side, on the left side, LVP, Sandoval, Raquel, and Tom Schwartz. So Raquel's sandwiched between the two Toms.
Oh, I just got a throw up chill.
And then the next day, or I guess that would be today because they're filming with Scheana today because she was spotted entering. Scheana is sitting with the Toms on the on the last seat. So, yeah. And so Raquel was also, she is back in LA. She called TMZ and like told them to come see her. And she's sitting, it was like the dreariest fucking day the last 2 days in LA. And she's sitting on some strip mall in the valley, like outside a nail salon with her black hoodie on and her like fake big glasses. And
Makeup free.
She looks like a druid. And this TMZ guy just walks up and he's like, "Hey, Raquel." And she's like, "Hi." And he's like, "How are you doing with everything?" She's like, "I'm good. I've been better, but you know, I'm getting through it." And then he's like, he calls Ariana Ari because clearly these people, like, some of them don't know who the fuck these people are.
I think they all work together.
Yeah.
I think he's probably a guy that's on call to go wherever he's needed to cover whichever cast member is like dialing him up saying you can get money to sell this to somewhere.
And she goes, he goes, have you talked to Ariana? Like, have you apologized to her? And she's like, "Yeah, well, I've made a phone call. We talked on the phone and I've sent her several apology text messages, which were not received very well." And he's like, "Oh, can you tell me what was in those messages?" And she goes, "I'd rather not repeat it." And then he goes, "You really went through it with Scheana, huh? Like, you have a restraining order on her now. And like, Scheana says you're lying." And she goes, "Scheana knows what happened that night." And she goes, "Now I have a permanent scar on my eyebrow, see?" And she takes her glasses off and it's like, where is it?
He goes, "I do see." He goes, "Oh, yeah, I know. I see what you're talking about." I'm obsessed with the vibe of these cameramen. Like,
Yeah.
I really wonder, do they have the vibe of someone who doesn't care, who couldn't care less? It's just like, you got to get, this is what happened. You got to get like someone to say something.
Totally.
But they have like zero skin in the game other than just like getting this shot. So like, when you see what's probably, I would just assume, like a straight dude show up to be like, "So you've really been going through it, huh? Like, it's been hard, hasn't it?" And like, it's just like, you don't care. This is so bizarre to me. Like, that economy.
No, they don't give a shit. I mean, they get enough info. They also, I think, are like trained to sort of like troll and prod and like use trigger words. So I think they're also like they like intentionally call the people the wrong name, and like I've seen it. Like I've watched a million paparazzi videos, and they'll like call people by the wrong name, or like they'll mix up people that they're fighting with and like shit like that. And so they're like trying to get a reaction all the time from these people.
Raquel, though, does come across kind of well. I was like, this woman should run for political office.
He goes, how did it start with Tom? Like, can you tell me, like, when was, like, what happened when it first started? Like, and she goes, well, it started as a friendship and then progressed to something else. But we're not putting a label on anything right now. So, like, they're together.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Raquel should dump him and then be single, wild, and free and cause chaos wherever she goes.
Raquel should marry, like, a royal.
Yeah. She should marry a senator. She should marry, like, someone really high up in, like, politics.
Yeah.
I've turned a corner where I, like, completely stan Raquel.
Really?
And, like, everything. Yeah, I'm, like, here for it. And that doesn't mean I agree with her life decisions, but I'm just like, wow, this woman single-handedly resuscitated a dying brand. Like, it's like if you were driving cross country and came across an armadillo carcass that was rotting in the sun in the middle of the highway and had been dead for days. That was the state of Vanderpump Rules. And then imagine like blowing that carcass a kiss and it just popping up to life and like scuttling and turning into a little ball and rolling into the desert. That's like what Raquel did.
She did. And I think, I mean, we'll talk about it. Let's get into it.
That's magical. No?
No. I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to Sexy Unique Podcast. Pumpheads!
Ain't nobody got me feeling like I'm feeling you. Like I'm feeling you. Like I'm feeling you.
Oh, by the way, Lindsay Lohan is being charged with like a crypto crime along with Logan Paul and other celebrities.
Honestly, good. There should be way more celebrities being charged with crypto crimes.
Tom Brady, Giselle.
Just
saying. So we come up on guys' night at the Mondrian.
Poor James.
He's not happy. He just wanted guys' night. I just wanted to get bukkakied.
Guys' night means nothing. Great.
The girls
James
are here.
like...
I didn't come here.
He leaves guys' night and goes to the bathroom, and Sandoval follows him. And Sandoval goes, I didn't know this was even happening.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's a lie. I'm sure you were texting with Raquel like merely minutes ago. And
Sandoval's energy.
His energy is scary to me.
His
He's
energy.
A man with secrets.
He's a man. He has manic energy. It's the energy of someone that's lying.
Yeah, and he is like, it's like controlled. He's bottling in something. He's just bottling it. He's holding in a lot, and I don't like it one bit.
He's in a place of
James...
I dream of Jeannie.
Yeah. James goes, I thought we was popping bottles like we always do here at the Mondrian. Like what? I just wanted to pop bottles like on the rooftop by the pool, mate. Boys' night.
I thought we were gonna get a room like we do every summer, babe. Popping bottles, champagne. What's going on?
What's going on?
And Sandoval's like, dude, it's all good. Like, I didn't know they were coming, man.
It's good. Let's just go back out there, man. And then Sandoval sits down across from Raquel, and the way he's like, Raquel, just tell me, like, what happened? And she goes, well, I was living, laughing, loving my single life, being flirty and fabulous. And I was like, she's flirting with him right now, and he loves it. I got that vibe from them. I was like picking up on the lightning bolts between them.
My mom said the way he lit. My mom goes, he lit up when she walked in.
Wait, I'm like dying to get Dorothy on the phone.
She feels
Dorothy's VPR tape.
She thinks it's his fault more than Raquel's.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. She's in a place of...
That's what I'm saying. Raquel is a snake for like fucking her friend's man for months. That's like undeniable. But like Sandoval is the one who really is like the most fucked up for it.
My mom said, she goes, he's a little long in the tooth to be behaving like this.
I was thinking the same
I
thing.
was like, damn, Mom.
He and Schwartz both. Like,
Grow up.
Schwartz getting jazzed up, being like, what happened? Like, what'd you say? And her being like, I told Lala that, like, thank God she doesn't have a man and she's a mistress. And then Schwartz was like getting jazzed and like laughing. He was like, it felt good, right? It felt like good to say that. I was like, these men are embarrassing. Like, when men want to hang out with like women who are a lot younger and get like excited about their like drama and like how they like poked fun at like their ex-wife, I'm like, why as a man are you doing that?
How old is Schwartz? Like 41?
Too old to be like doing this.
You're almost 50.
You're literally middle-aged and you're like cackling at Raquel telling Lala she's a mistress. Like, get a grip. You have a job.
Also, insane that they're like all live, laugh, lolling about this when Sandoval and Raquel are fucking right now. Like, it's unhinged.
It's so sick.
It's really
and
sick.
I'm truly like, Schwartz and Sandoval are two sick puppies.
They are.
They need to be. I hope they are taken to task. I hope Katie lights Schwartz on fire at the reunion.
Someone else messaged me this morning and goes, I too am afraid of her saying, I'm going to light people on fire.
I watched the mid-season trailer again because I couldn't get enough and just cackled at how wrong the producers are for giving her that Grinch edit.
What Grinch edit? Oh,
when they turned her green. Like, this woman, honestly, like, she
goes
cannot,
through it. She cannot
catch a break. She does, I think, at this point, she does a lot of things right at this point, but she will always do a lot of things wrong. But to capitalize on it as a producer and be like, you know what? Make her green. Make it green and red and give her that Grinch vibe. You're wrong for that.
Also, her beret.
We'll get there.
Bonjour.
Oh, no. I mean, her outfit.
Je suis.
I really thought that she was getting her shit together because that pink sparkly one shoulder thing is like very flattering. And I'm like, wow, she looks like hot and well put together in this, but still has that like Katie Maloney
edge
vibe. And I was like, okay, like she's really understanding things. But then not only does she serve some like weird limited to like camo sequined, I was like, Katie, no. Let's
get to that. Because it's so good.
Okay. James goes sitting there texting Allie while everyone's talking. And he goes, Raquel just showed up with Charlie. And Allie goes, so leave. And he goes, can't do this, bro. I can't be here, bro.
He Irish exits.
And Schwartz goes, oh, man, no, why? Come on. He goes, it's boys' night, bro. Boys' night. And then he leaves. And I was like, James is spiritual. He does pick up on like spiritual energy.
He's so hot.
He is hot.
I can't.
And he's hot when he takes a stand. I love him being like, she's toxic. She's crazy. She's bad energy. I'm not having that in my life, bro. It's boys' night. Gotta go. Poor James.
You make him sound like he's from the north of England. Yorkshire.
I shuddered upon seeing the establishing shot of Katie's Lake Havasu rental.
No, it's so dark.
There's nothing in this world darker than Katie's Lake Havasu rental. Than Lake Havasu, period.
Everyone in this cast has Havana syndrome.
It's reminding me of the Housewives of Salt Lake City trip that was also in Arizona, where they also stayed in that cursed rental
with the like dirty shades.
Who has told these women, who is spreading the rumor that like Lake Havasu is the place to go to for like a fun, sexy time?
Some gay.
So then we get Katie's
a desert gay.
Yeah, some desert gay is
or some
poisoned
lesbian.
the well.
Some desert lesbian.
I really don't understand.
Lala is like, that was so fun. I was like, really? Was was it? Look really
We had so much fun
lame.
going to BJ's.
She goes, this is like what I wanted. This is what we wanted this trip to be, like a real girls' night. Like this is a vacation. I was like, oh man.
I'm stressed. I'm like, you two are stone cold sober. Katie is shit faced. She's slurring.
Katie was sloppier than Raquel was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that is what I'm talking about.
She was like, yes. So Lala's bringing out the hot guy that she met at the bar, who's from LA. She's bringing him back to dick her down.
Mm-hmm.
Katie's like, what's he gonna do? Like she has that kind of baby voice she does.
Oof. She goes, I'm excited for you. She's like, I'm so excited for you. She goes,
Yeah.
ooh la la.
Ooh la
I'm
la.
excited for you.
Yes, so you need to have
So you have to get it. And I was like, Malone.
sing a sec.
Think of like the goo. I was like, get out of here. Christina Kelly's just like thin and hungry in the corner, scowling.
Is she pregnant at this time?
Yeah, I think that's why she's sobes. But she also, it's like, I just wouldn't think like we're gonna have an explosive girls' weekend where we just go like fucking nuts. Who's first on the guest list? Christina Kelly. No, that doesn't happen. Also, this is when we got that interview look.
Oh. Yeah.
Why? Just when I thought we had turned a corner.
Just when I thought Le Divorce era was upon us. Le Divorce.
No. I was literally
Gagging. But not in the good
Kitchen
way.
Island. I was Kitchen Island.
No! So the guy comes over and he and Lala like kind of foreplay on the couch in front of everyone, and he's cute. He has a lot of face tattoos, and he's basically like, I'm gonna get you wet. Like they're just talking about like basically like she's talking about how her pussy is dripping because she's ready.
I was just like,
I was a little like
ooh. If I don't want to see my friend do that.
I know. I was
in front of me.
It's a little
I'd be
it's a
like-
little exhibition. I'd be like, if my friend was talking about like their hole in front of me, like I'd be like, oh, I'm going to bed.
If we were having a girls' weekend and then you were like, I'm gonna have a guy come over, and then you guys got in a couch corner and were like saying that shit to each other, I'd be like, I'm gonna go.
And you'd be like, we have to talk about boundaries.
I just like, but I know that vibe also when you are the Lala and you do get in a weird headspace where you think that other people actually enjoy and want to hear you talking like that.
Yeah,
Like you think it's funny, but I'm here to say
it's not.
it's not.
But I'm happy for her that she got plowed.
Me too. That neon sign in this house that says Casa Havasu almost ripped an eyeball out.
What does that mean? I'm sorry, the trip is lacking Charlie.
It's lacking any actual sense of fun.
Lala said sex with Randall was never good. She doesn't say his name, but she says my ex, so we know who she's talking about.
She said that she hadn't had an orgasm that was real, that she hadn't faked since 2016. Damn. 8 years? 6 years? 6 years.
7.
Hmm?
The next morning, she's like, God, my bed was soaked this morning when I woke up. I was like, oh my God. Damn.
She strolls into Katie and Christina's room and plops down. She goes, I couldn't even sleep. The bed was so wet. I was like,
God.
whoa. I was like, I have been there with like crazy like
Yeah, of course.
fucking like squirt sex, but I was like, Lala's squirt references, she's squirting all over the place.
She's
Good for her. She needed this.
the house with the dripping walls.
She literally later when they go to Sandoval's party, she's like, I want to ask, does she just call him Dong?
The dong.
That's kind of crazy, but whatevs. But she goes, I'm going to invite Dong over later. And they're like, she's like, but I can't like do it in my room. And they go, what about the guest room? She goes, I'll spray all over that room. Like, it can't happen. And I was like, oh my God.
Goodness. The next day, Allie and James go to get a tarot card reading somewhere in WeHo by a guy named Leo. And Allie is an aspiring astrologer, which I'm like, you know what? Good for her. She has her life. She has a goal.
Mm-hmm. And I've checked out her website, and her readings, I think, are very affordable. I want to say they're like $40 when I looked, but that was like weeks ago, so she could have upped the price. I'll bet she's booked solid now.
Should we get one?
I want to get one. Leo calls himself an oracle card healer.
I believe
that.
it.
Mm-hmm.
James can't stop PDAing, which like I was
obsessed.
I in general I'm like when people are just constant. It's like okay, but I didn't mind.
Yeah. Leo, as he's setting the cards out, he goes, "Spirit, move me. Where would you have me go? Here's the situation, the challenge, and the best course of action. Thank you." I was like, thank you.
He refers to them as twin flames, and Allie goes,
Twin flames is a phrase that was coined by Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly, so it's like just kind of in the zeitgeist right now.
I was like, she didn't say zeitgeist, but I was just like, okay.
I love that.
That's her.
To be fair, she said they said it, so it's in like pop culture right now. So she didn't necessarily say they coined it, but that was like the reference. I'm going to give Allie more credit than that, but I'm going to give actually us the most credit for bringing any sort of twin flame discourse to the Vanderpump Rules table. And
Right.
Shout out the Road to Sir episode that we did in 2018 called Twin Flames, Lala and James. And I think you'll listen and find that we're the actual oracle card healers.
We
in
were
this
on
group.
it.
Honestly, never not been. Allie goes, she goes, "I'm not an expert on guys' night, but I really think it means no girlfriends and no exes." And I was like, I love having to clarify that you're not an expert on guys' night.
She's not wrong. James keeps petting. He likes to pet her, which is a little weird.
Mhm. He's very physical.
He's very.
I don't think that they belong together,
No.
but I want Allie to stick around. I like need more of Allie on the show.
She needs to have an affair with someone's boyfriend.
I know. I was like, who can she fuck?
Yeah, everyone's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa arrives at Pump and she sees her manager. Memo. Memo. There you are, Memo. How are you, darling? He's cute.
He is cute. I have a question about Pump, which is, did all those like 100-year-old cypress trees or whatever the fuck they were, did they die?
I don't know. I did.
It looked like they were just like stumps, like, or just like trunks, but there were no leaves.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to investigate. The last time I walked by, it was like closed on a Monday night.
Is Pump closed now?
I think it still might be because of that thing.
What's the truth about Pump Restaurant? I feel like there's a lot of misinformation.
What do you mean?
It says it opens at 5 p.m. today.
The truth is that I've been there way too much in my life.
Yeah, I haven't been in so long, so...
We
but
went for my birthday.
Yeah.
When I first moved here. Remember?
Was that Pump or Sir?
We did
that
both
was Pump. Yeah, we did both.
with Ryan and Carey.
Yep.
And then I got the flaming thing, and I was like, I'm in LA. You and Ryan were like my only friends.
Oh, wow. Okay, I'm Googling Pump. Due to heavy rains, we are forced to close this weekend, reads a sign posted in the window of Pump Lounge Restaurant in West Hollywood.
Well, if any restaurant's not going to withstand climate change disaster, it's Pump.
No, it's Lisa Vanderpump's styrofoam restaurant empire.
Also, I love her later being like, just open it. You don't have to be perfect. Just open it. Like, I love that mentality. Like, just open it, even if it's shitty.
Well, I actually thought that was good advice.
No, I know.
And
I
I like, I completely turned a corner on Lisa as a businesswoman. I was like, this woman's a fucking genius.
No,
I respect everything that she says, and I like need her to mentor me.
It's smart. It's just fun. The way she's saying it is funny because it's like, well, that's for damn sure with your restaurant.
Yeah, you'll do whatever. She goes, have you decided what you want to do about Tom investing?
Well,
And
first
they
Sandoval
decide-
he goes,
I'll have a beer and a frosé, man.
I was like, yeah, you're drinking your guilt away right now.
Yeah, I was like, you're double fisting insane, but go for it. This is a business lunch. Anyways,
Are you on track to open on the 26th?
they say they aren't going to pull the money out, which I think is a pretty smart decision on their part.
Yeah.
But they still need $50K to like open the doors. And they're not on track to open.
Mhm.
And Schwartz goes, our chef is incredibly talented. And I was like, that is not true. That's categorically
You can-
untrue.
You can testify.
I will tell you, this is not a talented chef. I'm not trying to like be mean. I'm being like truly just empirical about the situation. Any chef that's going to put a salmon and tofu tikka masala on a menu is not a talent.
Listen, you support local business, but not
I'm-
salmon tikka masala.
I want it to be good.
Yeah.
I would no. I have to eat there so much
Yeah.
due to the nature of my job. So I want these restaurants to be
Me
good
too.
because I know I'm going to have to eat there and spend money there. So that's why I root for them.
I just thought of the woman throwing up and shitting again.
I really would
She's
love
never
to
not
know
on my
more
mind.
about her. Yeah, no, she's always just a breath away. Wait, I also loved Lisa going, "Are you on track to open on the 26th?" And them going, "No." And Sandoval goes, "No, because we have to go to Scheana's wedding." I was like, imagine like racking up like $1,000 a day on your unopened business, and part of your excuse for like not moving your business forward is that you have to go to Scheana's wedding.
I gotta go to. Also, Sandoval's he's so like rageful in this meeting. I'm like, calm,
Yeah, I was like, I'm
calm
scared of
down.
you.
This woman helped you.
He's like, no, we gotta go to the fucking wedding.
He was opening on the 31st, and that's that.
And Lisa
I
goes,
was like,
Lisa's on, feels like she's on something.
is Lisa also having like a filter put on her in these scenes? Because her face looks filtered differently than
Yeah.
everyone else's face on the show.
I will say, she looked the best she's ever looked on Watch What Happens Live recently.
I mean, she's stunning, but like, I feel like there's like a like in post production, they're
Yeah.
smudging her face.
Maybe she went to Turkey and her face was settling.
Just put a little Vaseline on the lens when you frame it. Just, I need some Ingrid Bergman-esque soft lighting, darling. She says, why don't you tweet it? Make it set in stone. Tweet it.
Schwartz goes, oh yeah, I'll post right now. And then Tom goes,
Yeah, man, and I'll repost it.
I was like, you guys are fucking dumb.
You guys,
Everyone keeps calling Raquel dumb, and I'm like,
No.
no, the Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval are stupid idiots.
true
Dum-dums.
dumbness is these two. And that's honestly, I don't want to be this person, but this is the state of the world, and this is what it's like to live in the world. It's like
Mm-hmm.
men can be so dumb you
Mhm.
can't even understand like how they manage, how they're alive every
Mhm.
day is a miracle, and yet they get like opportunities, and the people want to invest. People see two guys like that and they say, you know what, I would love to put money behind you and
It's so
support your
true.
business, and it's, you will just sit by and be absolutely shocked that
Yep.
they are able to become successful.
That's unreal.
It's unreal. But you know what is a comfort
What?
and a source of happiness for me personally
Scheana Shay.
is that Scheana is in fact
A genius.
living in Marina Del Rey after all.
her new apartment.
Her new apartment with Brock and Summer Moon
Oh,
is located in the marina, and she's going over a checklist.
She goes, did we hit all of our daily marks yesterday?
he's like, yeah, I brushed my teeth, mate.
She says, we didn't do our daily check-in. I was like hardcore relating to Sheena's daily tasks because last year, I too had a list of daily tasks that I would give myself like a little star sticker next to if I did them. And I just want to say this is how successful people operate.
Yeah.
And Scheana's killing it.
Their
She's
wedding
the queen of
looms.
success.
One of her friends, one of her bridesmaids can't book a room at the hotel, so she's like throwing a fit.
Yeah. I love also part of their daily tasks include a 1-minute kiss. You and Simon should do that.
I know.
That's really sweet. I was like, that is spicy and fun. And like the chances, like if you haven't, like if you're in a situation like you have a new baby or something, or you're just like losing the spark a bit and you haven't fucked in a long time, if you make yourselves kiss for 1 minute every day, you're going to get horny at least one of those days in a month. And it like there's a chance, you know what I mean? And a 1-minute kiss is hot.
And you never know when it's going to come.
Yeah. So Scheana's bridesmaid can't book a room at the resort because it's sold out. And
2
now
weeks
Scheana's
away.
freaking out. And then she is like, how are we going to get Katie Maloney to get the fuck out of this resort and give up her room? And Scheana says, maybe I'll call TSA and get her on the no-fly list. And I was like, that is like an iconic threat.
She would.
She would, and she should. She should just show her a clip, like a master cut.
Yeah.
Someone should edit together a cut of Katie all the time she's threatening to light people on fire. And then also include like Katie walking onto the plane and going, trade me to Tom Schwartz. And I think that Katie could become like a Homeland Security person of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheena's like, I love this flex too. She goes, I will give her money back right now. I was like, these people are wealthy.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Katie.
They are now moneyed, but they are by no means wealthy.
Yeah. Katie and Ariana are continuing their plan to shatter the glass ceiling of sandwich shoppies all over the world. And they have their business guru manager, Sabina, come over to kind of help them plot out their pitch for something about her.
Before Sabina arrives, Tom and Ariana's cat, Kitty, is like convulsing and throwing up a hairball. And I was like, this cat knows the secrets of the universe and cannot contain the horrors it has borne witness to in the past like 48. I was like, this cat knows the darkness that lies beyond the walls and is having a physical reaction to Sandoval and Raquel's explosive affair.
Oh my God.
This animal has channeled that energy into a series of 3 hairballs.
Remember that Black Mirror episode with Andrea Riseborough where they use the guinea pig? They like project what the guinea pig saw to solve a murder.
Mm-hmm. They should do that. If only that technology were available to us.
Scary.
Kitty could project Raquel
Also,
just slobbing on Sandoval's knob.
I was so traumatized for Ariana that from last week when she lost her dog, that when the cat was, I was like, she must be like on edge with like every cough or I know
cats are always throwing up.
They're gross.
I love Katie going, well, the sandwich shop space is very male dominated. I was like, is it? I feel like a sandwich shop is innately feminine.
Yeah, they started naming all the sandwich shops, and I was like, I didn't know there were more than just like Jersey Mike's or whatever.
Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's, Uncle Polly's, but those are, to me, those are like Italian sandwich shops, which feel like there are more Italian men sandwich shops, but something about her, is that like an Italian sandwich shop? Is that a deli? They're pitching it as a sandwich shop with also like
Booze.
Incredible mixed drinks.
At one point, Sabina goes, wow, I just got the chills. I was like, okay, guys.
She goes, why should people invest in you? And Katie goes, a sandwich shop owned by 2 hot women that serves great drinks. And Sabina goes, wow, I have chills. I mean, they do have more experience and seem to be more on top of this sandwich shoppe, like
Than the boys.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think it's like,
but that's not really hard to do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm also just like, why do you want to do this so badly? Why, Ariana, in particular do you want to do this so badly?
Well, Ariana's got a lot going on. She just booked a role in a Lifetime movie with Megan Good.
I know, but
She's slaying.
that's the thing is I'm like, I could see her going that route. I guess it's good to have like a sandwich shop as a backup.
Why not?
It can't hurt. But I mean, I'm gearing up for like Katie Maloney's Bar and Grill next. Please.
I would love
Please.
like a macaroni grill conceived by Katie Maloney.
I want her to make like the next Chili's.
Oh,
Like I want her to create the next like chain restaurant sensation that people are like
wow.
ironically obsessed with, but also actually obsessed with.
I fucking
And
love
I think that she
Chili's.
could do it. I love Chili's.
Is there
I
a
haven't
Chili's
had
in
a
LA?
good. There is an Encino. I've been there. I haven't had a good Chili's meal though. I have to say, as a Chili's head, it's gone incredibly downhill, and it makes
Yeah.
me sad because there's no reason that it should have. They have really delicious nachos. Their chicken tenders are unreal. I love their Southwestern egg rolls. But the last time I went to Chili's, I was uninspired, unimpressed, and I haven't thought of it since, but I'll always miss it. And consider this my clarion call to one Katie Maloney. There's a gap in the marketplace now, and we need the next Chili's. And I think she, as a Southwestern Utah native, could provide that experience and vibe
Katie should buy the franchise
and reboot it.
and just reboot it. And
I
then
think it's past.
and
I
then
think it's
it's-
past that.
I
Chili's
know.
has robot waiters right now.
I know,
Like
that's-
they're on a new plane.
They're
Like
in
they are.
the death
Yeah.
death rattle of Chili's is upon us.
I need Katie to do like a Southwestern, maybe even like kind of like a Tex-Mex
Oh.
vibe. Like I want a chips and queso joint
Yes.
with like Tex-Mex queso that's like liquidy.
Just chips, just queso.
Southwestern egg rolls, Katie Maloney's Bar and Grill. Just call it Maloney's.
Maloney's
is a
Tex-Mex.
good. Maloney's is just a good chain name.
Yeah. It's like Bennigan's.
Yeah.
I love Bennigan's.
Oh, Bennigan's was a hot post-church spot.
Really?
All those. Oh, yeah. Where I went to church was right next to this place in Oklahoma City, Memorial Road, that had Olive Garden, Red Lobster,
Wow. All the spots.
a Barnes and Noble, which was the first time I ever had experienced like a coffee bar and like a frappuccino kind of iced coffee-ish like slushy vibe. So I thought that was incredibly relevant and cultural. And then there was a Bennigan's just down the street. And now it's like literally chain central. Like every chain restaurant is on that
Wow.
stretch. And so it used to just be after church. It's like, are we going to go to Olive Garden? Are we going to go to Red Lobster? Are we going to go to Bennigan's? Or are we going to go to the country club?
Seafood after a church. A rousing
God.
service.
That Red Lobster was also, sadly, another chain that's gone way downhill.
It used to be so good.
But it popped the fuck off. Those cheddar biscuits and their shrimp scampi was truly, that was a dish that made me a foodie.
Yeah.
Like, it changed everything.
Same.
So, Katie Maloney,
It's your time.
I hope you're listening.
Back at Sir. Ugh. See you next Tuesday at Sir. Charlie's polishing silverware, and you just see her going, will anyone even know if I polish these? And I was like,
No.
no, how true? What a good question. She's asking the real questions. She's like, in this shithole, will anyone know if these are nice or not?
I mean, I think like as long as you don't have like an old dried piece of rice stuck between the tings of your fork, you're like grateful at Sir. Raquel sees James walk by and she goes, this is her post fuck Sandoval drunk with power. She goes, James, come here.
He's like, what is
He's
it,
like,
doll?
What? I can't really talk to you. I'm not supposed to be seen with you. And she's like, I don't know if you're going to the pool party at Sandoval's this weekend. And he was like, I haven't heard of any pool party. Like, what are you talking about? She goes, well, you're invited. Sandoval told me. And I was like,
oh, that is...
You have gotten fucked. You squirted, probably. And now You're ready to rage and wage war on all your enemies, and you feel empowered to be like pulling them aside and just like asking them questions.
She's ready to play lady of the house.
Mm-hmm.
She's playing hostess at like she's in that like she has cum brain and she's just like, you can come, of course.
No, Tom Sandoval told me you're invited. I was like, yeah, when he was muff diving on you the night before.
That would be something he would say during sex.
That is.
James-
I'm bet.
James is totally invited to my pool party this weekend.
You gonna come to my pool party tonight? I'm actually kind of getting horny thinking of them having sex. He's like, I can see him being like, you should just like put James at ease. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, you don't want him anymore. You won't like blah blah blah. And like telling her what to say to like stand up to Lala. Like, you just know that he like emboldened her.
She's sitting like
James-
she's standing tall, like she's standing like she's ready
Yeah.
for her shift at serve.
She's standing tall in her power as a waitress at Sir. I love James going, have a good night. Hope you make lots of tips. It was like, he will always have the last word.
I love it when he's a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana and Katie meet LVP. Jody.
Yeah, they go to Tom Tom, and Lisa swans in to meet them.
Hello.
Hello. They go, wow. And she goes, oh, not wow. Oh, come on, please. I've been wearing this gown since 8 a.m. I was like,
Amazing.
a true businesswoman. I have to say, Katie's plan to go to this resort with Christina Kelly is incredibly rude and classically Katie.
I know.
I'm obsessed with it, but I'm also like, you're a bitch for that.
Yeah. Lisa's
You
like,
know
oh
who's-
boy, maybe don't do.
She would flip out if someone did that at her train track wedding.
There's no respect.
There's no respect. Again, taking your anger out on the wrong person. Leave Scheana out of it.
Truly.
Give Scheana a break. Let her be happy for once.
Scheana has been like the Hester Prynne since the get-go.
Yeah. And I'm sick of her being relegated to this like kind of friend of position.
No, she's the
It's
center.
not right. And it's completely fucked up. And I won't stand for it.
Raquel's apartment building looks like a parking garage.
I'm terrified of it. It probably was a parking garage. And then over COVID, some company bought it and turned it into apartments.
It's like brutalist architecture, I'm afraid.
Everything looks so hot in the valley, too.
Yeah, it's like 10 degrees hotter when it's the
I know, but it
summertime.
just like, it's really, the heat is striking.
She's getting ready. She's ready to be hostess with the mostess at her clandestine lover's abode.
Yeah, she's like picking out bikinis with Shishu. When they show up to Sandoval's, just Raquel's shredding in with like a little tiny skirt and like a full bikini. I was like, this woman is feeling herself. She also looks incredible. She looks like she just got dick down secretly.
Yeah. Brock brings a guy named Joey who's so hot. And everyone says that he looks like Schwartz. So I was like, in Schwartz's dreams.
Yeah. I love Scheana cornering Raquel at one point, and she goes, my forehead's starting to move. I was like, Scheana.
She's like, do I need more Botox?
Sheena's Botox horrors.
Katie walks in with Christina and she's wearing a beret and she goes, it's Katie in Paris, my new favorite show. I was like,
Ariana said that. I was like, you're being nice.
Ariana's so nice.
I'm like, you're really nice, because if I walked into a party of my friends and I was wearing a beret and espadrilles, the way I would get clowned on.
I would say this is interesting. I'd be like worried. I'd tell you I'm worried.
Would you? Or would you be you'd be Ariana supportive. You'd be like, I love it.
I'd probably do that and then later be like, I didn't love it.
Then later I'd be like, I looked really dumb, didn't I? And you'd be like silent. And I'd be like, you thought that the entire time and you said nothing. And you'd be like, sorry.
Just how I roll.
I know.
Supportive king.
Katie walks up to Schwartz, who immediately is like, smells like, wow, pickles. He tells her she smells like pickles. And that alcoholic bartender that they hired to work at Tom Tom,
Laughs.
he also is like, yeah, you do smell like pickles. I was like, these men cannot empower these women if someone like paid them to.
Tom goes, "Hi, Bubba." Katie, truly, I learned in this episode is Katie, all she wants is Tom's approval. And she thinks by maybe divorcing him that she'll get it. She never will.
No.
He's a complete lost cause. You need to move on. Like, that is beyond. That's when I realized, I was like, wow, she is so desperate for his, like, affection in some way that she would give up her marriage for this man to, like, tell her that she's great as friends. And he won't even do that because has no light in him.
He has no regard for her, and he does not respect her. He never has. Why would he start now?
I can't imagine telling anyone they smell like pickles.
I can imagine telling someone that I really don't like if they walked up to me at a party and being like, oh, it smells pickly. Like, that's something you say to someone you don't enjoy. Someone that you're trying to hurt.
Totally.
Especially if they're like in a beret. You know that she like really felt herself in that outfit. Like, she got ready for this party and was like, I'm killing it today. I'm going to put this beret on and like tie up my little shoes. Katie like put that on and walked out the door feeling confident and ready to take on the world.
Anyone wearing a beret is vulnerable, and you have to acknowledge that. They're in a fragile state, and honestly, I blame Christina Kelly.
Yeah, she's up to no good. She let this happen. She
like,
could have said at any point in the Uber over, take that fucking beret off. You look like an idiot. Or said it nice, just being like, let me see that, and then just put it in her purse. And that would have saved Katie from so much added humiliation on to just being told she smells like pickles upon entry.
Yeah. I wouldn't let someone, if they walked in and I saw them, and I would try to be supportive, but like if I got dressed with them or like came with them, I'd probably be like, I don't know.
Yeah, like if we were getting ready together and I put the beret on and I said like, what do you think about, like, do you like it? No, you'd be like, I don't think so.
Christina Kelly was like, yeah, you look amazing.
So cute.
The guys are going to love it.
You should totally wear that.
Schwartz is going to be there. You should wear the beret. And Katie's like, yeah.
She's also always like, I caught earlier in the episode, she was like, you texted him a picture, right? Did he write you back? Like, I think Christina Kelly is like secretly rooting for Katie's downfall.
She is.
Because, like, why would you say anything? I think that she's like maybe the most evil person on this whole show.
I agree with you.
Lala goes, I have to be honest, I cannot forgive. She gets Scheana aside and she goes, I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive Raquel for what she said.
And Scheana's like, no, totally, I get it. Like, I think calling someone the mistress or the homewrecker, like, believe me, I know it.
And then we cut to her with Brandy in episode 101 of Vanderpump Rules. Scheana's eyeliner was out of control.
Scheana's glam,
her glow
in the
up
early seasons is incredible. Scheana's always served looks.
I forgot Brandy goes, I mean, look at where we are right now. Like, look at where your life is taking you.
Because you're here and I'm in such a better place. So it's all fine. And I was like, true.
But look
now
the roles have changed.
I love Scheana goes, well, Raquel's like evolving. So like, I don't know. Like she's like changing. And Lala goes, that is a PC answer and I respect it, but I'm going to decline that. And I was like, that's what I'm going to say
I love
to
that.
everyone that I disagree with from now on.
Tom and Raquel keep like finding each other
Mm-hmm.
at the party. Like you can tell that Tom is like really trying to like, they're getting pulled together.
That little like side thing where the gay guy's like, your spray tan's rubbing off on me and they're like dancing in a corner. I was like, oh my God, they have fucked at this moment, and they're here. And even when Raquel walked in and Ariana was like, God, what is it like to be like the hottest person in the universe? I was just like, oh my God.
If she's got some bowls, because I would barf. I mean, who knows? Maybe she is barfing of stress, but like, I would be dissociating if I was keeping that in the house of you know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that like she probably, maybe she thought that they did have an open relationship and like it was over on the way out. I don't know how she seems to have really compartmentalized and is not bothered or pressed by the situation.
I don't really buy the open thing. I think, like, just, I don't know. I don't really buy it.
Like,
No, I just don't think there's a difference between being open. It's one thing to be open, but it's another thing to, like, having an emotional, like, unless you're, like, polyamorous, which I don't think Ariana, she said she wasn't. So, like,
I mean, she said that they weren't having an open relationship.
Yeah,
but
I believe
think that secretly maybe they were, but they just didn't want to talk about it on the show.
But to have like an emotional clandestine thing, that's like that's taking it to another level.
Yeah, that's not an open relationship.
You're having an affair.
Also, like, I don't think an open relationship means you like fuck someone secretly
No.
that is your girlfriend's good friend.
No, it's like fucking
for
kind
months.
of randoms or like people that are like chill.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Scheana,
I was dark.
Scheana the Queen didn't invite Allie to her wedding. And James is like, how long will Allie need to be away from me? Because I just want to let her know she's like never traveled before with a boyfriend. So, and Sheena's like, from about 6 to 11. And then I guess she's allowed to come to like an after party or something, but like not the wedding.
Whatever.
Interesting move.
Queen shit.
Scheana goes, let's just fucking party, have fun.
Raquel is doing like a runway. Like she's literally never felt.
She's on top of the world.
She's ecstatic. The gay is just like, yes, queen, work, and she's just like on the side of her lover's pool while his partner is like watching you, being like, wow, she's so beautiful right now. It's crazy. Oh, I read something that the cast was apparently the girlies on the cast were like theorizing that it was happening since like the fall. Because they were all at the Abbey, apparently. This is what I read. And Allie spotted them dancing together and like canoodling, and she said it didn't look right to her. And so they were all sort of stewing over it.
Except for Ariana.
I don't think she knew, but I think some of the girls were like talking about it. And Allie was the whistleblower.
Fucking Allie. I would be really irritated. I mean, I don't know how close Allie and Ariana are, but if like everyone on the cast of a show that I was on like this had a thought or a hunch about that and they never told me, I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, who knows? I mean, that was just like I feel like that was like a TMZ thing I read or something, but I saw that and I was like, oof. It's so like gross. It's so bold. Be discreet. What happened to discretion?
I just like, what was Sandoval thinking? He's going to give the performance of a lifetime because he like cries.
Oh, yeah.
And like.
Yeah, he's ready.
Ugh.
Scheana pulls Raquel aside and she goes, so Lala said you're weak. She literally just called you weak.
Raquel goes, I think Lala is pathetic. And Sheena's like, you should go tell her that right now. Go. She called you weak. Get over there. And I was like, thank God for Scheana executive producing.
Lala and her bangs are in the kitchen. I liked her hair looked good.
Lala never looked better. I'm happy that she's squirting left and right. And she and Raquel go head to head. And I was like, Raquel's out of her element. Like, you can't. Raquel needs more than just like a coaching session with Scheana if she thinks she's gonna come at Lala and like take her down.
Scheana, maybe their fight was her, like she was like a boxing coach. She was prepping her.
Mm-hmm.
Ariana like stands up for Raquel when the girls start going in on her. I was like, oh, it's just making it worse.
Well, because she's like, did you really like her Galaxy like, she said you were making fun of her galaxy light. And like, and Katie was like, no, she really misunderstood. We loved it. And then it cuts back and it was like, clearly they were being like so rude about it. And Christina Kelly being like, she had a light on in her room.
And Lala was like, "Oh my God, is she gonna kill us?" I've seen that before, like in like high school or middle school, when something like, "Oh my God, they're so weird. I'm like afraid of them." Like some popular kid or like girl or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's a move.
Oh, totally. Sandoval's also backing Raquel up, and you can tell, you just know that he like coached her and has like feelings for her.
His veins are popping out. And
Yeah.
at one point, Ariana goes, "I'm walking away because I'm not watching Tom versus the girls again." And I was like, Raquel, I feel like must have, like, if I saw that, I would have been like, whoa, okay.
No, but because she's like around, like she's like younger and around, and they're so like established in their relationship, you just wouldn't think like,
Yeah.
But I don't know. Now I'm like, never trust a man.
They went to watch her in her pageant.
I know. Raquel is hot though. When she is just like pouting to James and she's in a full bikini indoors, I was like, that's power. He's like, why are you bringing me into this? I keep hearing my name. Keep my name out of it. Allie's going to be so mad. Just don't even say my name. I did nothing.
She's like, "You had sex with Lala while we were together." And he's like, "Yes, I know. So I regret my behavior. I'm sorry about it."
Sorry. Just don't even say my name anymore. James. Stop saying James. I need you to stop. Lala goes, we're over it. We're past that. We're done.
And Sandoval goes, "Maybe she's not done with it." And I was like, you are rich. You are fucking rich for doing this.
Sandoval digging his own grave. Then
Katie and Scheana.
Scheana strolls in. She's like fresh off the heels of Raquel telling Lala she's like a mistress bimbo. Sheena's like, well, it's my turn. And she goes, Katie, she goes, I don't want your energy at my wedding. I don't want you like looking over the balcony, like talking about me. So like, I will Venmo you. Like, I know it's not about money. I'll like Venmo you and give me the room. And Katie's like, no, I'm going to Mexico. It's Christina's birthday. Like, we're going to go. I already called. We're doing it. I was like, that's really mean.
Sheena's triggered because Christina Kelly sat with Scheana and they roasted her wedding dress together.
Yeah.
Or Stassi, sorry.
Day. I also would not want Christina Kelly looking over the balcony at my wedding.
No, I'd be worried that she'd like hired a hit.
No, I would actually, if they said that they were coming, I would hire a sniper.
I would, in like Breaking Bad when he just has the sniper on them like at all times.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that. Like I wouldn't actually do anything to them, but like just so they know.
I would like.
We're kidding, by the way, everyone.
Obviously.
Well.
But I would like. I'd have a sniper, and there'd be maybe like warning shots or things that happen to like get them off the balcony. I'd have black ops, like private security forces, like militia,
Mercenaries.
like. Yeah, like a fucking mercenary dedicated to just getting them off the fucking balcony.
So Katie and Scheana start fighting, and Scheana runs out to Tom Schwartz, and she goes, "Dude, your ex-wife is pathetic."
I was like, you're bold for this, Shishu. And then she goes, I don't want her energy at my fucking wedding. Like, I want her out. Like, she's not allowed at my fucking wedding. And then Schwartz goes, no, you know what I'll do? I'll tell her I'll get back together with her if she gives up the room. And I literally gasped. I was like, that is so mean.
Also, she dumped you.
It makes me, he knows, I think, what the whole deal was. And then it makes me think that her dumping him was just like a strategy, being like, I want a divorce and maybe that'll wake his ass up. And then it's like, oh no, he doesn't care. And like, he wants, it's psychotic that you would feel okay to say that.
Scheana walks out and tells him that, and Tom goes, well, what's going on now? He goes, Bubba, what's going on?
I love Ariana. She goes, well, what's her price? And she heads back in there and she goes, what's your price? What do you want? And he's like, no, I'm going to go to Mexico. I'm going. I was like, you guys.
And so Schwartz calls Maloney emotionally entitled, which I don't really understand.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. It's not a thing.
And then the saddest beret in the world floats on out to go home. She just storms out.
The shot of her just like going doot, 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 with her little like espadrille lace up and that beret and like a teeny purse. I was like, oh my God, like, please go home and take off this hat. Please.
Honey.
Then maybe the worst thing that has ever happened in this episode is Schwartz follows her out and he's like, Bubba, Bub, what's Bub? No, don't go. And she's like, literally, like, get away from me. Like, stop talking to me and get away from me. And he goes, no. And he goes, no, you want me to get you an Uber? You look really cute. I was like, don't you dare.
In that moment, I was very
that.
Charlotte with Carey.
Mm-hmm.
No!
Don't.
No!
You look really cute. If someone says that to you, like, as a final plea and you're wearing a beret.
Someone who just told you not only you smell like pickles, but just made fun of you and didn't take your side.
He is a terrorist. This is terrorist behavior.
He's low-key one of the most evil people on the show.
He is. But what's worse is that she just isn't learning. And instead is like making Scheana pay for Schwartz's sins.
Yep.
It's like, do you know what would actually be hotter is if you said, okay, my price is $3,000. Make Scheana pay you $3,000. Get a even better suite with Christina Kelly and have Lala stay with you at like a hot resort.
A swingers resort. Get dicked down on camera and like make Tom Schwartz regret ever being born. But no.
Like be powerful. Step into your power. He's just disempowers her all the time.
Yeah.
It starts with pickles and it ends with you look really cute. Don't buy into the lies. I'm praying for Katie.
That was a good episode.
I root for her. It was a good episode. I want her to win.
I do too, ultimately.
Yeah. It's baby steps. It's baby steps all the time with Maloney, but I know that she has the strength and I know she can do it.
She does.
Guys, before we go, I have to shout out the cult members of the Patreon.
Do it.
This one goes out to Mariah Kay, Rochelle Martino, Hillary, and Emily. You guys are the true heads.
I'm in the cult of those four ladies.
No, they're in our cult. They're paying up. And we love to see it. And I like that it's a girl
Thank you so much for doing that.
Girls' night.
You girl power. No boys allowed at girls' night.
Girls' night. That's it.
Stay true, everyone. And yeah, hang with us. We're going in this is like a journey that we're all on together. So
I know. It is all happening. Bye. Sexy Unique Podcast is created and hosted by me, Lara Marie Shane Halls. This episode was co-hosted by the one and only Carey O'Donnell. This episode was edited by Ness Smith Savadoff.